Hi there, this is Ranjit and I have this iPhone 6s with me, and I've been using the iPhone 6s for the last couple of days, and we have this new feature called 3D touch on the iPhone 6s. Initially I thought it would be a gimmick, but again I feel it is a very interesting feature, and it does offer a lot of functionality and a new way to interact with your device. And some of you were thinking it's like a long press. No, it's not like a long press. You have to physically actually press the screen. And here are some of my tips and tricks with 3D touch. And I'm sure you'll be able to find some new features with the 3D touch in this video. So make sure you watch till the end of the video. And by default, if you just press lightly like this, you will just go to the regular wiggle mode that you have. But if you press a little bit harder, you get to this 3D touch, and you have to really press a little bit, and based on the application it changes. For example, as you can see, this is the camera app, and using this we can take the selfie, record video, or go to the slow motion. If you just directly tap to the camera, it'll open it normally like this. So it does offer a lot of functionality, and it differs from app to app. For example, if you use the messaging app, as you can see, you can directly go write a message or access the last sent SMSs. So you have that option. And to demonstrate you, I would say the best example is the Mail app. Again, do remember you have to use the Apple Mail app, because even the app needs to support these features. The Mail app does this. If I just tap it like this, it'll open the entire email. But let's say I get a lot of junk and stuff. I don't want to open the email, but just want to preview it. So I just press the screen and this opens it up like this, and it gives you a preview of the email. Now, as you can see, we have an arrow over here. So if I just go up, you can see these other options. Now I can reply, forward this message, etc. Let's say I'm not interested. Obviously I can just tap this. Let's say this is not interesting, I just leave this. But there's one more thing that you can do. If you, let's say I don't like this message, this is a spam message, I can just go like this and delete it. By default it will have the archive option, but you can go to the settings and change that. So I find this really I would say helpful. For example, again I have this app. Let's say now this email is important, you just press it even harder and it'll open the email. And Apple likes to call this the first, let's say the first press as the peak to give you a preview, and if you press harder, this is known as the pop. So it works really well in the Mail app, I have to say. But some of you might be wondering, you have to really put in pressure. And when I got this new iPhone 6s, I thought I had to put in a lot of pressure for this 3D touch. Fortunately, you can set this up. You can just go to the settings, and here under settings, if you go to general, you need to go to accessibility, and here you'll find an option called 3D touch, and you can actually switch off 3D touch if you want from here. But here you see the 3D touch sensitivity option. By default, it would be at the medium setting. I have put it to light, and you can also test it here how it works. So you can set the 3D touch, that is the pressure that you want to apply over here. So that option is there. And again, as I mentioned, the 3D touch differs from app to app. For example, let's go to the Photos app. Again, by default, if you press like this, it goes to, you have these options for your recent pictures. Let's just open it up. And here also you can use the 3D touch. For example, these are the images. If you just press it, you get a preview of those images. And if you even have live photos, for example, this is the live photo. The 6S has this feature. If you just press it, as you can see, for example, this cat, let me show you. Let me just go back. So you even can access the live photos using the 3D touch. This also works. You can also set a photograph. For example, this is a live photograph, and if I press here, as you can see, it animates. So that option is also there. And if you even go to the camera, by default, if you just tap over here, you get to preview the last picture. But if you do the 3D touch, now you can just scroll like this and see all your recent photographs. So this is a very fast way to scrub between your photographs that you have taken using 3D touch. Now this is the one feature that I really love using 3D touch. For example, let's open the Notes app, and I have this note. And if you now force touch this, that is the 3D touch, the keyboard, as you can see, this acts like a cursor. And I feel this is really helpful, and this really helps in precisely moving to the area that you want. And if you just leave it, you're there. So I just love this feature. As you can see, it works really well. And I'm using this feature almost everywhere. Wherever you have the keyboard, you can use this feature. Another thing is, let me open this back, is the multitasking. This is a little bit difficult, I would say. If you force touch from the side, as you can see, you can go back, and if you leave it, you access your multitasking tree like this. For example, let's go to this Photos app, and you can also use this to switch between the apps. If you just force touch like this and just move all the way, it goes back to your last app. So you can just use this feature to move between two apps. But if you want to go to the multitasking, hold it and leave it. And this way you can access the multitasking. This, I would say, does take some time to get used to it. But again, I feel it's a useful feature. The 3D touch also works with the browsers, but as of now, it just works with Safari. Chrome as of now does not support 3D touch. For example, let's open up Safari. And as you can see, we have a bunch of links over here. And let's do one thing. Let's say I want to see what is in this actually link. So I can just do the 3D touch and it will open up that web page. And let's say I can, if we have an arrow over here, we can do further things. For let's say if I do that, I can add this story to our reading list and or open it in a new tab. So that option is there. But again, the peek and pop also works. Let's say I just want to open this, I further press it and now it opens the story. So that option is also there. Now some third-party apps are also supporting this 3D touch. For example, the Twitter has started it. We have access to direct DMs and tweets. By default, if you press it, just opens a Twitter app directly. Even Facebook and Instagram apps do support 3D touch. So I do feel that this 3D touch is a new way of interacting with your content, and it certainly speeds up navigating and working with your device. And again, I would say this 3D touch feature will improve as third-party developers take advantage of the same. So what do you feel about the 3D touch features on the iPhone 6s? Do share your feedback in the comment section below. And again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video.